Happy Friday, crafty friends. I am just popping in today to share a quick video featuring a card that I created for today's Instagram Hop with Simon Says stamp. We are celebrating their Hugs and Kisses releases, which is technically both their December and their January releases, so they're aptly named. And I've chosen to focus on this really adorable stamp set called Love Letters Stencil. I apologize, it's a stencil set, not a stamp set, called Love Letters Stencil. This is a 4-piece stencil. It is adorable once you get to see all of the different pieces blended together. So I believe it's about 6 by 6 in size, and there aren't alignment guides in the corners. So when there aren't alignment guides, what I find is the easiest for me is to butt a piece of cardstock up into one corner of your stamping platform and then butt your stencil up into that same corner. So then as you move through the different stencils, as long as you're just aligning in that same corner of your stamping platform, all of the images will come together correctly. So for this first stencil, I am using a nice bright red. This is Candy Apple from Pink Fresh Studio. It's actually the darkest red in their red color family, and I just thought it was really perfect. The majority of the hearts in the stencil are in this red color. Most of the mailbox is in the red color, and so it just was really fitting. So we are moving on to stencil number 2, and I have just gone a couple of shades down in the red family down to passion fruit. And so it's just going to be a nice little selection of a deeper red and a lighter shade of red, more of like a coral red. And I think it's going to be a really nice balance between the two shades. Now, this stencil set is really, really perfect for Valentine's Day cards. I am actually technically going to be using it not for Valentine's Day, but I still stuck with some kind of Valentine's Day themed colors so that if you prefer to create this same card with more of a Valentine's Day theme, you are certainly able to do so. So we have moved on to stencil number 3, and we are inking this one up in Ocean Breeze, which is just a really nice light shade of blue. I think it's technically more of a nice light shade of aqua, and I think it's really perfect for these envelopes and the paper that you're seeing going on in this adorable little stencil set. As you can see, the images are really starting to come together, and I think they're just adorable. So we have one stencil left, and this stencil, I am just going one shade up from the Ocean Breeze. This is Aquamarine, so we are just adding a little bit additional greenish blue to really finish off all of the adorable elements in this Love Letters stencil. I really think this is just like kind of the cutest stencil I've seen, with these letters and hearts and the cute little hot air balloon. Here is the finished image, and it ink blended well. It was super fun. So we are going to just create a panel out of a portion of this ink blended image. These don't have die cuts to cut them out separately, so I thought a really easy way to use these was to create a nice panel out of them. And so now I am getting this sentiment cut. So this is not from the Hugs or the Kisses release. This is just a sentiment I've had. It says, "You're on my heart." I also off camera went ahead and cut a couple of additional layers just from white cardstock for stacking purposes. And you'll see that's what I'm doing here. I'm just stacking these together so I can have a little bit of added dimension. I've had this sentiment die for a while, and I thought it was kind of a perfect fit for this adorable little background. Now, I did have some elements left that were cut away from the panel, and so I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut those elements out. I'm not much of a fussy cutter, friends, but these were pretty simple shapes, and I didn't want them to go to waste. So I did choose to fussy cut them. I did the hearts off camera, so you didn't have to watch that, but I did choose to fussy cut them so that I could use them. So I was out of my full adhesive panel, so I took this as a chance to show you guys how I do this. It's really easy. That's just some white craft foam cut to 3.75 by 5 inches, pardon me. And then I just back each side with 5-inch score tape, trim it down, and you have a great large size foam adhesive for the back of your cards. I don't like to have saggy cards, and I don't think anybody does. So this is what I have found to be the most cost-effective and frugal way to back your entire panel with foam adhesive. And you can create these in any size. I just tend to make mostly A2 sized cards. So I've gone ahead and I've mounted that adorable ink blended panel up onto an aqua colored A2 size card base. And then I did add some thin foam strips behind the sentiment to give the card a little bit more dimension. If you frequent anything that I do, whether it's live or just looking at photos on my Instagram feed or my blog, you'll know that I am a big fan of adding dimension. So, and I just thought I would tuck those little fussy cut pieces up there in the corner of the sentiment just so they would be used, and I think they ended up being a really cute little addition. So the final step on this card is just to do a little bit of accenting, and I'm using some of the new glitter drops from Pink Fresh Studio for this. I chose the colors Ruby and Aqua, kind of perfect for the ink colors that I chose, and I'm just doing some little trios of jewels where I see fit. And then I am also adding a couple of jewels to those cute little fussy cut hearts that I put up in the upper corner of the sentiment. And I think that in the end, those turned out really cute. So I like my placement there, and I'm just going to go ahead and use a little bit of liquid glue to glue them down into place. And that is my card today. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, I did create this card for the Instagram hop that's currently going on for Simon Says Stamp. You'll definitely want to check that out because there are a ton of prizes, including one at my Instagram. So I'll make sure you have all of the links that you need in the video description below, along with a complete supply list, and I'm sure I'll pop this card up on my blog as well. So there will be a lot of places for you to check it out. Well, thanks so much for watching my video today. I hope you enjoyed my card, and I hope you have a wonderful time doing the Instagram hop. Talk to you later.